started. Welcome to Chair Yoga. So happy to have you here. We're going to start a little bit differently than we normally do. Normally we do a centering practice and we relax back a little bit. We're still going to do a centering practice, but there's going to be a little bit of movement to it. So I'm going to have you start by sitting on the edge of your chair and have your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. So the knees are just a little bit wider than the shoulders, heels stacking underneath the knees. So when you sway from side to side, ideally, you don't fall over, okay? So we're gonna center this way, and you'll see why here in just a moment. But sitting up tall, and close your eyes if you want to. Taking a few deep breaths. In and out, that breath helping to bring your mind to the present moment, this one right here. This inhale, this exhale, leaving behind anything you've brought with you, and not really anticipating anything that might come. And become aware of your spine from the tip of the tailbone all the way up through the vertebrae to the point at the center of your brain. Now, to help solidify this awareness of your spine, I'd like you to begin to gently sway from side to side on your spine. An image that's often used for this is a blade of grass blowing in the wind. Your spine is a blade of grass. From side to side, really feeling the entire spine, the regions of the lower back, mid back, upper back. The neck is a part of the spine, just swaying from side to side, solidifying that awareness. Good. And then bring your spine to a tall seat, still aware of it. Hold your awareness at the spine. Now, inevitably, your mind will start to move and you won't be focused on the spine anymore. And when that happens, just sway again, reestablishing that awareness of the spinal column. And once that's been reestablished, come back to that tall stillness and hold your awareness again. When the mind wanders again sway on the spine, reestablishing that awareness. And then stopping once that's been reestablished. And we'll continue practicing that for another minute or so. Every time you start to drift away from the spine, sway a little bit, get that back, and then come back to a tall seat. Awareness of your spine. And then bring the spine to stillness if you're moving it at all. And take a deeper, fuller breath. Allow your eyes to open if they aren't already. Welcome back. Good. So you can keep your feet right where they're at if you want to. We're going to do a spinal flex next. That's going to help to really establish this awareness of your spine. The spine does so much to support us. We're going to give it some love now. So you're going to bring your hands on top of your shoulders, the forefingers in front, the thumbs behind you. I'm going to turn sideways a little bit for this one so you can see what's going on in my spine. So sitting tall with your inhale, roll the shoulders down the back, open the heart, look up. With your exhale, roll the shoulders forward like you're trying to bring your elbows toward one another, looking down. Inhale, open back up again. Then exhale, round the shoulders, look down. Let's keep going. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round, look down. Keep going on your breath. Keep it going. Warming up this upper back. the front of the chest, the sternum, the upper back and shoulders. And as we make this region of the body, this upper back more pliable, that's a word we can use here, it creates more space for the lungs to inhale or to expand, increasing your lung capacity. There's also a lot of tension that builds up around the shoulders and upper back. And so this helps to soothe some of that. Keep going. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. A few more times. 3, 2, and 1. Tall spine. Relax your arms down. Feel sensation. Front of the chest, upper back. Maybe it's the shoulders. Maybe it's the neck. That one did quite a bit. Maybe it's your arms. Good. And then still sitting tall, feet can stay exactly where they're at. Interlace your fingers, press the palms away from you, and take the arms overhead. And here I'll have you reach through the wrists, reaching up. Now, sometimes when we do this, we kind of throw it all into our lower back. We start back bending with our lower back. Try to not do that. So feel your navel strongly pull toward your spine, your tailbone just tucking under slightly, and reach up. This big spinal extension. Breathe. Reach up, inhale. And exhale, release your arms on down. Feel sensation. Getting a lot of energy moving in the upper body today, opening that heart. Good. We're going to do another quicker movement exercise, if you will. So we're going to take your hands back onto your shoulders, just like before, the forefingers in front, the thumbs behind, and you're going to do your best to keep your bicep, your upper arm, parallel to the floor for this next one, okay? So with your inhalation, go ahead and turn to your right, looking behind you. With your exhalation, turn and look to your left. Inhale right, exhale left. In right, out left. In right, out left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going and go at your own pace. This might be a quicker movement for you. This might be a slower movement for you. Just try to move with the breath. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Keeping the upper arm parallel to the floor. And you're looking behind you as you twist. Helping to warm up the entire spine here. That gentle rotation for each vertebrae. Freeing up tension. We're going to go for a little bit longer. Inhale right, exhale left, in right, out left. In right, out left, in right, out left. 3, 2, and twist. Inhale, unwind. Going back to center. Release the arms on down. Let's take a couple of deep breaths just here. Feeling that warmth, that sensation in the spine, the upper back, the shoulders, your arms, your hands, and anywhere else that you are feeling anything right now. Good. All right. Sitting tall again, interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you, and take the arms overhead again. Same exact exercise as before. Reach through the wrists, feel the navel pull back toward your spine, tailbone tucking under a little bit, and breathe. Good. Now, feeling this length in your spine, become aware of your lower back and the region behind your navel. We're going to do a bit of a twist here, and I want you to feel the navel pull into the body and twist with you. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, the navel pulls into the body, and go ahead and turn your left shoulder back, but allow the navel to come in and come with you. So it's not just the upper back that's twisting, the mid and lower back are engaged here as well. Left shoulder working its way back. Keep the length in the spine. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Reach up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, navel to spine. Pull the right shoulder back. And twist. Lengthen and twist. The navel pulling into the body and twisting with you to the right. One more breath. Reach, twist. With an inhale, unwind, reach up. And exhale, release the arms on down. Good. Got some navel energy moving with that one. Good job. Bring the feet a little bit closer together. Knees about hip distance apart. Heels stacking underneath the knees. Sit up tall, inhale. Then exhale, just let's fold over the thighs. You can release your arms toward the floor if you'd like to. And release your neck, chin to throat. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Good. With your next inhale, go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat. Just noticing how you feel after we've done the exercise that we've done. Sometimes the effect can be somewhat energizing or awakening, so you might just feel a little bit more alert than we did even 10 minutes ago. It's interesting how these short exercises can have such a profound effect so quickly. So come back to those if you like them. The next thing we'll do, looking at my notes, the next thing we're gonna do are some shoulder stretches. So sitting tall. Many of you know this one. Go ahead and take your left arm overhead and drop your left hand behind your head. With your right arm, reach up and grab that left elbow. Traction the elbow as much as you can toward the center line of your body. Good. Sit up tall. Now, the hand behind you, the left hand, I'll turn around to show you. That left hand comes toward your spine as much as possible. Now, sometimes when we do that, we start to round the back. Sit up tall, looking forward, heart lifting, and breathe. Breathe, deep breaths, especially into that space we've created in and around the chest and upper back. Good. Stay with it, especially if it starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable. I know sometimes when we do this stretch, the arm feels like it's about to fall asleep, or maybe it actually falls asleep. I haven't lost an arm yet here, so I'm just going to ask you to stay with it a bit longer if you can. There's a big release in the shoulder. It's so good, but we have to kind of stick through this discomfort to get to it, okay? I promise sensation will come back. I hope. Let's do two more breaths, all right? Good. Now don't drop the arm, just carefully release it down, feeling the shoulder girdle, the arm, tingling in the arm, the hand. Just noticing how that feels. That warmth returning. I've never not I've never done that one and not felt something. Like, and I do a lot of yoga, and like there's always something stuck in that shoulder. And let's see how the other side feels now. Lifting your right arm up. Drop the hand behind your head. Reach up with the left hand, grab the right elbow, traction it toward the center line, and then that right hand behind you. comes toward your spine. Lift your chest and breathe. Now, when we do different sides like this, is a great time to just be aware of asymmetries in our bodies. And so, me being right-handed, I'm noticing it right now that the muscular definition on my right shoulder is way more developed. So this is tighter for me. Like it's more uncomfortable sooner than the left side. So notice if that's true for you, for your dominant side and your not dominant side. And either way, we're going to breathe with it. We're going to stay with it. We're going to work with the discomfort for a bit because we know that there's going to be this big release at the end, but we just got to keep holding on, keep breathing. How often is that a metaphor for something? You just keep breathing through this workday. We'll get to the end and then we can go do what we want or something, it's just a general example. But life is full of those moments of discomfort that we just kind of have to grit our teeth through. I'd ask you not to clench your teeth, but just breathe through it. I'll stay for a couple more breaths. This is how yoga mirrors life. Okay, so don't drop it. Carefully, slowly release that right arm down, feeling sensation as it unfurls, the shoulder, the arm, the hand. Maybe noticing the sensation on the right side versus the left. Good. And we'll do some work for your shoulders, or for your neck, sorry, here. So just feel your shoulders work down the back and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then come back up. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then come back up. We're going to make this just a bit more. So lefts and rights are happening, so just be aware of that. Take your left hand, take it across the body, and just place it gently on top of your right shoulder, just helping to weigh it down. So you don't have to push it down here, but just let the weight of the arm keep this shoulder down. And then take your left ear to your left shoulder, and you might notice the stretch feels a little bit deeper now. You can play around with the turning or rotation of your chin. Maybe there's a deeper, more meaningful stretch here to be found. Just explore it. Take some deep breaths. Maybe there's more than one spot. A couple more breaths here. And then bring your chin towards your sternum and lift your head up to center and carefully release. Feel the difference between the right side and left side of your neck. And then we'll do the other side. Again, lefts and rights are at play here. So take your right hand across the body, place it right on top of the left shoulder, right above that joint, and just allow the weight of the arm to compress the left shoulder down. You don't have to push down at all. There's no need for that. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. You can turn the chin around again, up and down, side to side. Just feel where is there a stretch here? What needs some love? What needs some breath? Deep breaths. Again, there might be more than one stretch here, so it's okay to move on to the next one if you need to. Now, I don't know about you, but I could probably stay here all day. but we got to move on. So when you're ready, bring your chin to your sternum, lift your head up to center, and release. Save that one. That's a good one to do at any point that you need to. It's really easy to do, and it's quite profound. So another release for the neck, I'll have you take your feet wide apart again. So knees just a little bit wider than your shoulders, heels always stacking underneath the knees so that you don't fall over. And you can watch me real quick do this if you're not sure what I'm talking about. We're gonna fold forward, and at the forward fold at your furthest point, you can have your hands on your thighs for this. We're gonna drop the neck, or drop the head, I should say, and just shake around the head. Maybe yes and no, shake it no, nod yes. And this is just helping to coax that tension out of the neck. All right. So go ahead and come into the fold and just start to move the head around a bit. Again, there's some nod yesing that can happen. There's some shake knowing that can happen. And there's even some maybes in there. Now, as you're unwinding tension in your neck here, you might notice that it wants to continually move in one direction or in one pattern. And I'm going to ask you to disrupt that a bit. If you find it going in the same pattern for a while, maybe go in the opposite direction or change the direction it's going. Because it can go in all directions. Breathe. It's another one we could do for a while. Having fun with it today. Now, before we come out of this, bring the head to stillness. And it might be good to open your eyes if they're not open already, because this can be dizzying what we just did. So opening the eyes just helps with your equilibrium. And press the hands into the thighs, bring yourself up to a tall seat. Now, if you need to close the eyes for a moment, do so. Or if you know the eyes open, focus to a single point. Again, just helping with any dizzying or vertigo that might come from that. It's a great release for the neck, but it can move around some stuff in the head. Good. All right. So we're going to hold a spinal flex next. So bring the feet closer together now. You're going to open up the chest. So take the shoulders back, open the chest, look up. You can shrug your shoulders up a little bit to create a cradle for the neck and head. And take some deep breaths into the chest. Staying for another breath. And then shrug your shoulders up, look up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Arms can hang toward the floor. And take a few deep breaths. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, bring yourself back up to a tall seat. Feel sensation. All right, so go ahead and slide to the back of your chair, and we'll spend the last few minutes together doing a gratitude meditation today. Always a good one to have. So relax back, close the eyes, feet flat on the floor. And I'd like you to first bring your awareness to the sensation in and around your chest. We've done a lot of work today to really loosen up this upper back region. Maybe you can bring some more breath to that region, the chest, the ribs. Maybe it feels like there's a lot of space there now or sensation. And holding your awareness at that space within the chest, I'd like you to think of one thing that you are grateful for. It can be anything. It could be a person, an opportunity, an object, an idea, just one thing that you're grateful for. And usually the first thing to pop into your head is the right one for today's practice. What are you grateful for? And then once you have it in your mind, that which you are grateful for, acknowledge the impact that it has on your life. How's your life made better or fuller because of the presence of this thing? Really acknowledge it. How is your life made better because of this thing? What might naturally happen as you practice this acknowledgement is that you immediately start to feel gratitude for it. It's not just an idea of gratitude for something, but you're like, oh my gosh, this is so important. Feel that gratitude. It might be a sensation in your body. It might feel like it's pulling at your heartstrings a little bit. Let that happen. It's okay. So grateful, so thankful that this thing has been in your life, that it has impacted you so importantly, so significantly. Really present with that. Life is so much fuller, so much better, so much richer, so thankful, so thankful. You might feel that sensation expand in your body, in your chest and belly, softening tension. So grateful, so thankful. And in the bigness of this feeling, I'd like you to be aware of the core of that sensation, that still point at the center of gratitude. It might feel like a deep calm, might feel like a deep sense of peace or stillness. Be aware of that sense of peace at the core of gratitude, acknowledging that the practice of being grateful for something, for anything, is actually a direct gateway to that calm steadiness within you. So as you head out into your weekend, into your life, insert these moments of gratitude to let you connect to this deep, deep peace within yourself. What are you grateful for? Taking a deeper, fuller breath, please. Go ahead and bring your palms together in front of you and rub them together, creating heat. And take the warm palms over your eyes, brushing back over the top of the head, down the neck, and back to your space. Welcome back. Good. Thank you all for being here and practicing both the physical practice we did earlier, then also the gratitude practice at the end. As always, I'm so grateful for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy. Take care.